Logan Paul and KSI just dropped a podcast episode where they responded to all the drama swirling around them recently. Quick recap. Last time on the saga, KSI finally noticed my videos. Sure, he only glanced at the thumbnails, but hey, close enough. Meanwhile, there's the ongoing issue with their Lunchable-style product, Lunchables Lay, which, as I've heard, might be getting recalled due to mold complaints. Crazy, right? Anyway, let's dive into this podcast where KSI claims he's been pulling the strings all along, pretending to be mad just to boost his song. 10 million IQ moves, apparently. KSI tries to come off like some mastermind, saying he faked the outrage and fooled everyone. The thing is, this doesn't line up because his close friends, the Sidemen, even called him out on his own podcast. They said he didn't go along with the joke when they teased him about his song, and KSI admits he actually did get mad at Dan TM. Let's be real, he probably got heated because people weren't taking his music seriously, which must sting when you want respect as an artist. But now he's retroactively trying to claim it was all a marketing strategy from day one. Logan and Mike, ever the supportive business partners, are just nodding along, hyping up KSI as a marketing genius. You'd think they were witnessing the next Steve Jobs, but it's painfully obvious KSI just couldn't handle the memes, got ticked off, and then leaned into it once he realized resistance was futile. Now he's calling it a big brain strategy because admitting to being frustrated would bruise the ego too much. Instead of actually rolling with the joke and winning over fans, he's just doubling down on the persona. Meanwhile, his and Logan's businesses aren't exactly thriving. Prime, the hydration drink they're constantly pushing, saw its popularity wane after a string of controversies, and now the infamous Lunchables Lay has mold complaints. It's honestly wild that, in response to fans finding mold in a kid-targeted product, KSI just laughs it off. Instead of acknowledging and fixing the problem, they're all chuckling like, haha, moldy cheese gang. Dude, this isn't the PR response anyone wants, especially parents. Mike is possibly the biggest glazer in the podcast world. He sticks to KSI and Logan's side like glue, constantly hyping them up no matter how unhinged their plans get. You know the type like that meme of Patrick from SpongeBob firmly grasping onto a jellyfish. Here, though, it's not a jellyfish, it's KSI's image and Logan's bank account. I mean, they all seem to think that the more they rile people up, the more genius their moves become, without realizing that this master plan of pissing off fans and selling questionable products isn't fooling anyone. As much as they keep saying that the backlash is part of the plan, their reputations are tanking. Adults who may have respected KSI are left cringing at this whole facade. As these guys rake in cash, they're setting a terrible example for other creators. They act like they're above accountability because they have the money and views to cushion any blowback. Yet, the internet's memory is long and people don't forget when brands or creators show their true colors, especially if they're trying to pull a fast one. At one point, they go into a strange tangent where KSI brings up an old crush on Rosanna Pansino. Why? To deflect from the mold issue, obviously. I mean, talking about your crush on a YouTube baker from years ago instead of addressing complaints about mold in your current food product is just next level avoidance. Rosanna and even Tommy in it, also vocal on the issue, might feel like these guys have gone off the deep end. They're right there laughing at the problem instead of fixing it. How is that a good business strategy? And then there's Logan saying they don't practice what they preach when it comes to not caring about attention. Really? All these guys have built their careers by doubling down on hype, controversy, and stunts, so pretending now that they're unbothered is laughable. In reality, they'd probably sacrifice their fan base's trust in exchange for a few more viral moments. Rubis, Logan, KSI, they'd all jump off a cliff if it meant another million in views and dollars. It's like these guys truly believe they're invincible. If you ask me, this podcast wasn't a master plan reveal, it was a faceplant. They're so obsessed with growing bigger that they've lost sight of why people started watching them in the first place. YouTube's roots are in authenticity, creators genuinely connecting with fans. But as the biggest names become more corporate, they're losing that connection and setting the bar for the platform as a money-hungry, soulless grind. Follow for more.